Hello everybody, this is 3rd of November and let's see what I did today. And yesterday the video I posted was the tasks that I did till 6 p.m. but after 6 p.m. I also did some other tasks which I'd like to talk about now. So one that I did was I worked on the Angular weather single page application that I was working on, and there the button functionality that I included, the days functionality, I linked those days with the controller, and when someone clicks on a day, like for instance give me the weather details for 3 days, and he clicked on the 3-day button, then that will fire up an event which will make an HTTP request and will fetch the data for 3 days. Now I'm getting data for 3 days, and I'm also getting data for the other days that I have given there as an option, but the problem is the data that is coming back and the data that I am showing, they aren't quite right. I mean, the date that is being shown is like for the same day I'm getting 2 times the same data. So I have to work on that, and I have to figure out what's the real problem is. And the next thing that I did was I learned React. I started to learn React because that was my actual plan, that when I am quite comfortable with Angular, not quite, but when I'm 80% done with Angular, since I can make custom directives and I'm pretty good with controllers, route parents and all this sort, so I thought that I should start learning React because this is very demanding in the market right now. So I started to learn React, and there I just scratched the basic, and I will dive deep on the next class, on the next session when I will do the React again. So I just did the basic. I just saw how it works and sort of like the syntax of React and how it is different from Angular, and it's all in components, whereas Angular is quite different. And so I think it's going to be a challenge for me from going to React from Angular, since they both are really different. So now let's talk about the tasks that I did today. So the number one was I worked on the Game of Thrones application, and there I designed the rest of the template page. Half of the template page was already designed by me yesterday, and the rest I designed today. Then I also made a new view to show the details of a single book. Now I already had a view where the details of all the books, not the details but the names of all the books, are being displayed, and I made a new view to show the details of a single book, like how many number of pages are there, author, publisher, ISBN, and all sorts of stuff. And I designed that single book view page, and it's ready. So on the next day I have to work on the different aspect, which is, I guess, houses or characters. And the second one that I did was I worked on the Node.js application. So I had to work on the Node.js application, and I started with it, but then I realized that I decided, I had a bit of conversation with someone, and then I decided to omit the use of EJS or any templating engine in my application, because, and I want to make it pure RESTful service. which will only give JSON and only take JSON instead of giving out a complete web page. And I think that would be great. That would be the new trend that's going on in the market, which is making RESTful APIs complete RESTful. And the third thing that I did was I learned SQL, and I started to learn SQL. So yeah, so my first SQL language was NoSQL language, which was MongoDB. And then I realized that no, you have to know SQL since it's the heart of the database. So I started to learn SQL, and I learned what it is, the basics, and I also learned the differences among MySQL, POSTgre, SQLite, and all are there, Oracle and all. There I learned that they are actually same, but the differences among them are the unique functionalities provided in each of these platforms. That's the only difference. And the code that we have to write is going to be SQL only, since it's the standard. And the next thing that I did is I prepared the setup to run some SQL code, and I'm ready to learn and write some SQL code now. So that's what I did till today. Not many tasks though. I will do now. I was kind of busy in the morning, but I am free now and I'll do the rest of the tasks now. So, alright, see you tomorrow.